Warning! Doing business in Germany. Don't let your bank account fail the compliance test.
Welcome to DeQiTong. DeQiTong provides Chinese enterprises with one-stop localization and compliance solutions in Germany and the EU. Whether you are an experienced cross-border player, a traditional brand seeking global transformation, or a tech startup expanding overseas, we deliver the core European local resources you need. In Germany's strict business world, a sudden bank account freeze is like a sudden power outage in a factory. It can completely stop your operations within 48 hours. Many international business owners believe that basic company papers are enough. However, German banks have started deep checkups to find the real people behind the business, who we call ultimate beneficial owners. When a bank starts this check, the deadline to reply is very short. Having your documents prepared beforehand is your only real shield. Ignoring the bank's message even for a short time will flag your company as high risk, causing an automatic account lockout. At DeQiTong, we help you prepare a solid compliance foundation before the bank even asks, keeping your business running without any surprise shutdowns. This week, a major story is shaking up Germany's audit industry. The Big Four, PwC, Deloitte, EY, and KPMG, are now deploying AI agents for financial statement audits. Handelsblatt reports that these AI systems can analyze massive amounts of data in seconds. They detect irregularities that human auditors easily miss. For foreign companies operating in Germany, this means your accounting will be scrutinized by machines, not just humans. At DeQiTong, we track these developments closely and help you prepare your financial documents so they can withstand any audit, whether human or machine. This new AI audit technology is like an X-ray machine for your corporate finances. Where a human auditor takes samples, the AI analyzes every single transaction. Handelsblatt quotes auditors who say the error detection rate is rising dramatically. This is especially critical for unusual payment patterns, inconsistent invoices, or suspicious cash flows between related companies. Patterns that previously disappeared in the noise are now detected instantly by AI. DeQiTong prepares your accounting according to German GOBD standards, making every transaction traceable and every record audit-proof, even under the AI X-ray lens. And when errors are found, the responsible parties face personal liability. That is the clear warning from the Handelsblatt article. When AI detects irregularities, investigations target the managing directors directly. German GmbH law knows no soft excuses. As a Geschäftsführer, you are personally liable for accounting deficiencies, even if you delegated the bookkeeping. Public prosecutors are now acting faster than ever, triggered by AI-generated audit reports. At DeQiTong, we establish clear compliance structures and documented audit processes with you that demonstrably minimize your personal liability risks as managing director. A second topic this week, platform liability is tightening. WortFilter.de analyzes who is liable for dangerous products on online marketplaces. For Chinese traders selling via Amazon, eBay, or their own shops in Germany, this is explosive. If a product fails EU safety standards, the liability chain can reach all the way to the managing director of the importing GmbH. The Product Safety Regulation and the Product Liability Act show no leniency. CE marking, GS certification, REACH compliance. Everything must be correct. DeQiTong helps you document product compliance for the German market completely, closing every liability gap. The message from both articles is unmistakable. The era of loose oversight is over. Whether AI-powered financial audits or tightened product liability, Germany's supervisory structures are digitalizing and tightening in parallel. For Chinese entrepreneurs in Germany, this means Those who treat compliance as a burdensome obligation risk existential penalties. Those who view compliance as an integral part of their business strategy gain a competitive advantage. German banks and business partners reward demonstrable compliance structures with better conditions and more trust. DeQiTong turns compliance into your strategic advantage. Parallel to the AI revolution in financial auditing, the German tax office is also upgrading. Germany's tax administration is investing heavily in digital tax audit systems. The goal: detect tax revenue losses caused by international corporate structures. The focus is especially on transfer pricing between related companies, foreign shareholder loans, and correct VAT treatment for cross-border deliveries. The Finanzamt already audits today with software that automatically compares transaction data against industry benchmarks. DeQiTong prepares your tax documentation so that you experience no nasty surprises during a digital tax audit. The combination of AI financial audits and digital tax office revisions creates a new reality. Previously, discrepancies could remain undetected for years. Today, even a small mismatch triggers an automated audit cascade. The tax office can access your accounting software directly via data retrieval. The so-called digital interface of the tax administration reads your data automatically. If the data is not cleanly structured, even formatting errors trigger audits. We at DeQiTong ensure that your accounting systems are compatible with the tax office's digital interfaces and meet all formatting requirements. Beyond the digital audit revolution, a classic topic remains relevant: the shell company problem. German banks and regulators systematically scan for companies with virtual mailbox addresses. A company address without a physical office, without workstations, without local staff. That is the classic profile of a shell company for German auditors. The consequence: immediate account termination and an entry in internal warning lists that other banks also access. Once classified as a shell company, it becomes nearly impossible to open a business account in Germany. DeQiTong prevents this risk with a genuine physical presence at our operations center in Bad Homburg. Our operations center in Bad Homburg, near Frankfurt, is your physical shield. Across 700 square meters, we provide you with a real, fully functional office with permanent workstations, a multilingual on-site team, and professional mail management. When banks or authorities verify the physical substance of your company, they can visit a real office with employees, infrastructure, and operations. That is the decisive difference from virtual mailbox solutions. The physical presence in Bad Homburg signals to every auditor: this is a serious, operationally active company. It protects against shell company suspicion and account freezes. The reality in Germany: official correspondence from banks, tax offices, and courts still arrives on paper, and the deadlines are mercilessly short. A KYC review letter from the bank often gives only 48 to 72 hours to respond. If you miss this deadline, the system automatically freezes your account without further warning. Our team in Bad Homburg monitors your incoming mail daily. We receive official letters, scan them, translate them immediately, and notify you digitally. Together with our legal partners, we prepare the technically correct response and send it back before the deadline. This way, you never miss a critical deadline again. The AI revolution in financial auditing also directly affects tax audits. The Finanzamt is increasingly using AI-powered risk analysis to identify companies worthy of audit. Algorithms analyze tax returns, VAT advance returns, and balance sheet data for anomalies, cross-checking against industry data. Especially critical: transfer pricing, cross-border transactions, and correct VAT treatment for intra-community supplies. DeQiTong works with tax experts who check your tax filings for these AI-typical risk markers before submission. We ensure your tax data can withstand digital audit algorithms. If the tax office nevertheless issues an incorrect tax assessment, you must act quickly and strategically. You only have 1 month to file an objection. Important, the objection alone does not stop the payment obligation. You additionally need an application for suspension of execution, which forces the tax office to temporarily suspend tax collection. Without this application, the tax will be collected despite the objection, and that can severely strain your liquidity. We at DeQiTong guide you through the entire objection process and coordinate with our tax partners on the necessary applications to protect your capital during the proceedings. Compliance success is also measured by your credit rating. In Germany, credit bureaus like Schufa and Kreditreform record your payment history and assign credit scores. A single account freeze or a negative tax assessment can permanently damage your credit rating. With concrete consequences, suppliers deny payment terms, landlords reject commercial lease agreements, banks cancel credit lines. Good compliance therefore protects not only against legal risks, but also against economic disadvantages. DeQiTong actively monitors your credit data, corrects erroneous entries, and advises you on credit-friendly business processes. This keeps your company a trustworthy and creditworthy business partner in Germany. This week's message is clear. Germany is fundamentally digitalizing its audit and supervisory systems. AI financial audits, digital tax office revisions, tightened platform liability. These are no longer future scenarios, but current reality. Compliance is not a cost factor, but your strategic protective wall in this new audit era. Through partnership with DeQiTong and our physical center in Bad Homburg, you build this protective wall. We secure your bank relationships, provide a real office, monitor your mail, structure your accounting to be audit-proof, and defend you in tax proceedings. This is DeQiTong. Compliance drives growth. Stability secures the future. Leave the bureaucracy to us so you can focus entirely on your success.
Warning! Doing business in Germany. Don't let your bank account fail the compliance test.